Okay, so today I wanted to do a quick review on my Himiway Cruiser. It's a step-through version. I watched a ton of reviews. The problem with electric bikes, with e-bikes, is all these guys that review them, they're sponsored or they're provided a free bike, right? So hard to say whether or not you're getting a real objective review. I am not sponsored. I paid for this bike myself as it happened. Himiway actually has an eBay store where they sell customer returns, and I reached out to them. They did not respond, but I decided to take a chance because there was a guarantee from eBay. So I took a shot. This bike retails about $13.99. I paid $8.39 with it being labeled as a customer return. It came, I'd call it 90% assembled. Certainly some pieces had been out of the box, but I'm not certain that this one's ever been completely assembled. I'm going to guess it probably hasn't. So we can come back to that in another video, but I just wanted to give a highlights reel. I've just tried this for the first time. It took me about an hour to put it together, cobbling together different instructions. There's just some things you kind of have to figure out for yourself, but overall I am insanely impressed with this thing. So I'm just a hair over 6 feet tall, about 220. And I wanted a bike that was big enough for me, and I wanted one that had enough power, and range, that if I get out with the kids, that I'm going to be able to, get there and back. And this thing is amazing. Once I did all the assembly, which, there's a bunch of steps. You charge the battery, install. In my instance, the back fender was installed, but the front one wasn't. Put the lights on. A handful of adjustments. Once all that was done, and I needed to, fully charge the battery. Once I got all those things finished, put it all together, and I'm blown away. I'm really, really pleased. I had heard a lot about the weight of the bike, about that being concerned. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 74 pounds. I got to tell you, for me at my size, it does not feel unwieldy. If you remove the battery pack and ride it as a regular bike, I could totally see somebody using it for that. I'm very enamored of it all the way around. I did inflate the tires. Tires come really low. It's funny, we got for my wife a electric XP 3.0, which I'll be reviewing separately. But both of them came with the tires aired down, probably protects them in shipping. But so far, I just got to say, the quality is excellent. The feel is good. Right out of the gate, it performs well. I'm not going to turn the display on because I'm terrified this thing's going to take off on its own, which it hasn't. But that's just me not trusting me. But overall, the tires are beefy. The side, you see a little bit of little grass right there because I just took it through our yard. And I can tell you, as a 50-plus-year-old man, I haven't ridden a bicycle more than 20 feet in probably 30 years. I just took it and went around our acre yard a bunch of times, and I kind of didn't want to stop. If it wasn't going to be dinner soon, I'd probably still be on it. I took it up the street and back. It's just really, really great. So far I'm very pleased. Again, I'm in no way sponsored. I didn't get this free. I paid for it with my own money. But my initial build quality sense, how it goes down the road, how the brakes work, the only thing I would say is with regard to the levels of assistance when you're pedaling, it's touchy. It goes from not to on pretty strong, and I'm sure that's something I'm gonna have to adjust to, but I think that's a me thing, not the bike. But other than that, I think the quality is excellent. The tires, the wheels, the fenders are floppity and flimsy, but I'm sure that's weight reductions, probably to keep it at a price point. But the welds are very impressive. I mean, the way the thing's put together, and I'm sure it's probably made overseas. But you can see, as I always heard, the stack of dimes. These welds, this bike feels like it's quite solid, and it's got just a lot of nice touches. I enjoy. I'll come around to the other side, but I enjoy how the rack is engraved. Kind of a nice touch. I mean, I'm not trying to advertise for Himiway, but I guess they want to make sure everybody knows who did it, from there to there to there to there. To there, but that's okay. They're private. Oh, and there, and there. But it doesn't feel like a cheap bike. Even at had I paid the full $1,400, I would be very satisfied with this purchase. So I'm going to do a follow-up review on this thing. This is just a quickie because I literally took it for what I'll call the first spin. So far, glowing review. If there was a 10-star rating or a 100-star rating, I'd be, 93, 94, only because I don't see anything being perfect. So that's it for now. I'll post again. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.